Minnesota pheasant numbers are on the rise.
Rooster!
Wild birds do exist on public land if you know where to find them.
The Flush, presented by Pedro Premium Ammunition and Pheasants Forever.
Most pheasant hunters believe that there's 3 days every season you just can't miss. Opening day, the day the crops come out, and the first snowfall of the year. These are 3 days when hunters can catch birds off guard. Lucky for us, a fresh coating has just covered Minnesota's western landscape, and the crops here are still on their way out.
This is a publicly owned piece of property. Pheasants Forever owns it. You can see by the machines here that it's under construction. They're doing some habitat work on this property so that hopefully for the rest of my life and everyone else's, this will hold birds.
Sabin Adams helps manage this habitat restoration project. He lives here, works here, and of course, he hunts here. And when he hunts, he carries this.
This is my camera setup. The camera angle is 170 degrees. For the most part, it catches just about anything.
Sabin turns his videos into online hunting stories called The Bird Tales.
You can see everything that I get to see. Morning, welcome to the Bird Tales, episode 25, or 26.
More on his videos in a bit.
This is not what I'm used to walking through to go hunt.
Before these machines fire up, Sabin and I, along with Pheasants Forever's Bob St. Pierre, put the first set of footprints into the snow.
I think what would be best is we go all the way up and walk that over, and then come back and walk through all those cattails and stuff.
Sabin's bird dog Remnar has a different plan.
I got a point 70 yards up here. It could be nothing too.
5 minutes in,
Rooster!
and we're on the board.
Right around.
Good boy. That sure makes the cold feel a lot better, doesn't it?
feel a heck of a lot better,
Holy cow.
It was a solid moment. I mean, I was excited like this, if this is how the day is gonna go. I mean, we had only been hunting for 5 minutes.
Here you go. So this is just perfect out here. Who doesn't want to come hunt in the snow?
We are right in the middle of Minnesota in Todd County.
We're getting close to what they call the glacial ridge of Minnesota. And we're right in the middle of that transition zone. 30 miles to the north, it's rough grouse country. Right here, we're in pheasant habitat.
To survive this area's brutal winters, pheasants head to the cattails.
I got a bird in front of me.
Oh, there goes the hen.
Oh, another
Hen!
I was wrong, he was right.
The dogs are always right.
Especially Remnar the Wonder Dog. He's a 2-year-old German short-haired pointer named after Sabin's favorite character in the movie Escanaba in the Moonlight.
He's pretty much what you'd expect from a guy who goes by the name of Remnar.
Remnar's motor only has one gear.
I got a point 93 yards that way. 55 yards. He might be right there at that bush. He's right there. Where's the bird?
The pheasant tracks are running into the cattails here. Get him. There he goes. Hen. Woo! No, he got it. He caught it. It's a rooster. No way. Dead serious. Remnar!
I call him Remnar the Wonder Dog. He does some wondrous things every once in a while.
Oh, there goes one right there. Another rooster just flew back. There goes one right there.
Another one?
Yep.
Hen.
Hen. What did we do? Which way do we go?
Let's go. Let's get to Bob. Let's cross this ditch and work up where all those birds are going. Oh, there's a bunch of tracks right here. Travis, get ready. Something just ran your way. There's some flapping. No, get out of there. Come on. Remy, come. Come on.
What's it? He's in there, isn't it?
No, Remnar's got it in his mouth.
He got it?
Yes.
Unbelievable. These are wild birds.
Public land wild pheasants.
That is
There was two roosters in here.
Ow. Oh, you got me.
The birds, for whatever reason, they don't know how to play the game the first day it snows.
Before Bob's beard can fill with ice, the excavators put a halt to our hunt. Pheasants Forever in the state of Minnesota have partnered together to restore this property back to its native habitat.
We already restored the upland acres, that's why the birds were out there. The money used to purchase that property and restore it is part of the Clean Water Land and Legacy Amendment. That's what Minnesotans voted on. That's what Minnesotans want.
This project defines Pheasants Forever's mission.
When we buy a piece of land and it becomes a WPA or a WMA, if you just want to come out and bird watch, there are birds there to watch. If you want to put a little blaze orange on and find, pheasant dinner for Thanksgiving, go at it. That's what this was intended to do.
In time, we hope this land will go from good to great. Rooster! Just like the rest of this Minnesota pheasant hunt.
The Flush is brought to you by Federal Premium Ammunition. Every shot counts. Walton's. Everything but the meats. Aluma Trailers. PYKE Gear. And by Nutrisource.
For some unexplainable reason, the first snowfall of the year always leaves me in awe. In central Minnesota, November snowfalls are common, and with the firearms deer season now behind us, we get access to a piece of private property Sabin Adams has helped restore.
Yeah, I put in all of his CRP.
Right, Esky?
That's Esky, Bob's 4-year-old German short-haired pointer. The name Esky comes from Bob's hometown of Escanaba, Michigan. She's a perfect fit, hunting alongside Remnar, the Wonder Dog.
First time I've ever had an opportunity to hunt Escanaba with a character from Escanaba into Moonlight, Remnar, which was kind of quirky, youper fun for me.
A gentleman that I know, he owns that land. He's a Pheasants Forever member. He loves wildlife. He came to me a few years ago and said, I want to make this property kind of a wildlife sanctuary. We put a lot of time and effort into planning out what we were going to do out there with the upland restorations.
Their hard work created a piece of paradise.
It's full of wildlife now.
Oh, there goes a rooster. Oh, he's cackling. Oh, there they go, there they go. It started really hot.
As soon as that first one broke, the other two just couldn't handle it. If you wouldn't have cackled so loud.
It's obvious these dogs are surrounded by scent.
25 yards over there. You got a point too? There's not point up here again.
We got a point?
You ready, Travis?
effort. Nice shot, Sabin.
You want to stuff me?
Wing. It's really a wildlife paradise. He wanted to have better habitat on his property for white-tailed deer, for ducks, and for roosters. Well, check, check, and check.
10. Wow. Yeah, Rem's on point up here too. Rooster!
Their successful habitat recipe follows a simple yet diverse plan.
He's got a bunch of native grass, but he's also still got some quality egg land that's still in production. You know, and there's always leftovers there for the birds. He's got cattails and willows and trees that are providing winter cover for those birds.
This might not look like a postcard from South Dakota's golden grass prairie, but these birds have everything they need.
Here goes another bird.
That includes the cover to escape our Benelli shotguns.
I almost think we just keep hunting down.
Yep.
And then we'll go and try to get around and come behind them.
This could be a long day, or it could be short and sweet. There goes a rooster.
Rooster, yours, Bob. Good shot.
Nice shot, Bob.
Finally, a rooster makes a mistake.
One shot, one bird.
Rooster.
Rooster, Bob.
So much for that one-shot wonder.
There's a little ways out there.
Look at them all flushing out of there.
If we don't bag our limit today, it won't be for a lack of birds. We're about to make our turn back into the willows.
There's the promised land.
Hopefully, we can pinch these ringnecks into flushing range.
The Flush is brought to you by Benelli, Carlson's Choke Tubes, the Shooter's Choice, Elk Mound Seed, Ruffland Kennels, and by Kansas Department of Wildlife Parks and Tourism. This segment of The Flush is brought to you by North Dakota Tourism. Start your journey at NorthDakotaLegendary.com.
We flushed a couple birds out of the field here. They land in the willows. There goes one. Hen. Woo. Two dogs on point right here. Right in front of me.
We're pushing pheasants into a patch of willows on a prime piece of property in central Minnesota.
There's the promised land.
We hope to surround and flush them in the center.
Damn, that's thick. Why don't we go down that way and then work it through?
Quietly, I sneak around the back, while Bob and Sabin work these willows straight into the wind.
Is there a dog on point there? Whoop.
The boys have reached the mother lode.
Rooster. You got it, Bob? Oh, I think I got it, Bob. Okay, get it. Okay. It's in here for sure. Did you get that? Find him out here. Hunt him up. Where is he? Deer, big deer. Whoa, look. Find that bird. Rem, come on, come on. Get it, Rem, get it. Get it, Rem, get it. Go get him, go get him. Where is he? I got a tail feather right here. I'm standing on him. I'm standing on him, Bob. I'm standing on him. Get him, Rem, get him, Rem, get him, Rem. Good boy, come on.
In a chaotic, roundabout way,
Don't let him go, please.
our plan worked.
Hey, it's a beautiful day. 2 left to get.
We probably saw 50 to 75 birds. Yeah, that was a heck of a morning.
After a quick break for lunch, we jump right back into the cover.
We got a point? We got a dog on point right here, Rednar. Rooster! That was just a bad shot.
Maybe not.
Definitely hit.
Remnar still gives us a chance.
That's a different bird.
We got a point right up here.
He's in here. Get him, Rem. Get him. Get him, Remy. Get him. I think he's got him. He's got him.
Oh, man! Yeah, buddy! Oh my gosh.
That was it.
That was it! Oh my gosh, that dog. He is the wonder dog.
You are such a good boy. Good boy, you got him.
There's just such a great moment. We went from a real low to a real high.
Our high carries us into a golden hour finish.
Rooster! That was beautiful.
Look at the tail on that bird.
Wow. Look at that bird. And that is a Minnesota rooster limit. Hard earned, but so sweet.
After the sun sets on our hunt, we break bread with Sabin's family, sharing bird tales with the next generation. A perfect ending to a picture-perfect day in Minnesota's bird country. Pheasants Forever's mission is to protect and restore wildlife habitat. Without habitat, we don't have wildlife, and we don't have places to hunt. Without you, Pheasants Forever has one less voice in their fight for conservation. Join Pheasants Forever today to help us create healthy habitat, cleaner water, and abundant wildlife. Sign up at this web address and you'll receive a 1-year subscription to Pheasants Forever Journal, plus this signature series Pheasants Forever duffel bag. Your $35 will make a difference today that will last forever. Hunting season gives Sabin Adams and his dog Remnar a chance to entertain and inspire.
Oh, hey. Good morning.
The bird tales. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It's a triumph of the human spirit.
Viewers that follow Sabin's weekly video blog called The Bird Tales get an over-the-shoulder view into his unique passion for the hunt.
I want people to get excited about bird hunting and get out and go.
After 2 days busting through brush, Remnar receives a well-deserved rest, while Sabin works the night shift.
This is the process. I just sit and watch it and wait for something to happen.
Thing is, this bird tale still has one chapter left.
This land is your land, this land is my land, this land is our land. Let's go hunt this land.
Let's do it.
Our final hunt begins not far from Sabin's backyard.
This is a lifestyle for Sabin. He's taken his career and his passion and put that out there for the entire world to see.
He hopes that sharing his view of Minnesota's wild places will help to get more hunters back in the field.
Hunter numbers are declining very, very quickly. I think if people could see what the resource was out there, they'd put the effort in to go and give it a try.
And that is why he created the bird tails.
If I can inspire somebody to buy a pheasant license, buy a pheasant stamp, buy a duck stamp, get out and go after birds, that just means more habitat, more places protected, and more birds.
More birds on the ground doesn't guarantee we can hit them in the air.
52 yards northwest, right that way. I always like hunting with somebody that's willing to bust cattails where I don't have to. You just flush it this way, Sabin. We're here waiting for it.
There it goes.
There it is. Look at that.
Wow.
He's an animal. You know, it's a juxtaposition for most people that, you know, we spend our entire existence trying to create habitat for these birds, and then I go in search of them on my weekends, trying to put them in my vest.
And for the chance to be outsmarted by a bird with a teeny tiny brain.
Well, that bird cackled, gave us all the fair warning, gave me all the fair warning I needed, and I missed.
Except for a few tail feathers.
It was a makeable shot, but part of the fun. You don't want it to end too soon, right?
Rooster!
There are birds to be had. So don't lament the good old days.
Rooster!
The good old days are back in Minnesota. Get out there. There are birds to be had. You just need a good bird dog and a little willpower.
On Minnesota's public lands, anyone can make their own bird tails. Here's your proof.